Okay, today we're going to talk about spinach. Spinach is a leafy annual plant that's part of the Amaranth family, along with beets and quinoa. It originated in ancient Persia and was brought to Sicily and domesticated around 827 AD. Spinach is a row plant that grows better in cooler environments, so that means it grows best in the fall and in the early spring. It being a row plant also makes it really good for vertical farming, which is a new and upcoming type of farming. Spinach is also filled with chlorophyll, which gives it its nice green color. California, Arizona, New Jersey, and Texas grow about 98% of America's commercial fresh spinach. And when you're picking spinach, you want a dark green spinach, not a light green, because if it's too light, that means there might be problems with the nutrients in the soil. There are three main types of spinach. The first one is Savoy spinach, also known as curly leaf spinach. It's curly, heavily wrinkled, and has very dark green leaves. It has more of a bitter taste from the oxalic acid, and it's also better used for cooking rather than eaten raw. And you typically see Savoy spinach sold in bunches. The second type is semi-Savoy spinach. It has slightly crinkly leaves, but it has the same crisp texture as the regular Savoy spinach. Semi-Savoy spinach is also easier to clean and should be packaged or used in the same way as Savoy spinach. And it's also packaged the same way, usually sold in fresh bunches. And the third type is the flat leaf spinach, which is the most common type of the three. It is smooth in texture, it's more sweet than the two other kinds, and it's usually sold loose or prepackaged and washed. Baby spinach is a very popular subtype of flat leaf spinach, and you see that in most grocery stores. When buying spinach, it's good to know that when it's fresh, it will last about 5 to 7 days. When it is frozen, it will last about 1 year. And when it is canned, it will last about 3 to 5 years. And the cost of spinach is about $2 a bag for regular and about $4 a bag for organic. And it would be about the same price at a farmer's market, about $4 there. And spinach is an extremely nutrient-rich vegetable. Most of the carbs in spinach come from fiber, which makes it very healthy. Spinach also contains really small amounts of sugar, and it's mostly just from glucose and fructose. It's also very high in insoluble fiber, which adds bulk to stool, and it passes through your body and digestive system easily and can help prevent constipation. Spinach is also high in carotenoids, which your body can turn into vitamin A, and it's very high in vitamin A, and we'll talk about that later in the presentation. And only one spinach leaf contains over half of your daily needs of vitamin K. And vitamin K is very good for you, and it can help prevent blood clotting. And folate is a needed vitamin for pregnant women. It's essential for cellular function and tissue growth, and it's great for you. Something that is seen in raw spinach is oxalic acid, and it's known to be bad. Levels of oxalic acid are so high in some plants like rhubarb leaves that they're actually poisonous to humans, and it's in spinach too. But it is not enough for it to be poisonous. But it can interfere with bioavailability in the body. It can interfere with iron absorption, potassium, vitamin A, and calcium. And spinach has one of the lowest absorption rates of these because of its oxalic acid. But when it's boiled, the oxalic acid is broken down and the micronutrients can be better absorbed in the body. Boiling it can reduce the oxalate content from anywhere from 30 to 90%, depending on the vegetable. And although this isn't life-threatening, you don't want to eat too much oxalic acid because it can be found to be connected to kidney stones and painful kidney stones. So people who are genetically predisposed to kidney stones may want to stay away from eating raw spinach because it can give them more painful ones. And everyone absorbs oxalic acid differently, so it can affect everyone differently. Beta carotene is something that is found in high levels in spinach. Although it usually gives off an orange color, spinach is obviously a green leafy vegetable, not orange. And beta carotene is also found commonly in carrots. Beta carotene can aid in lung health and the prevention of cancer. It also aids in eye health, a strong immune system, and good skin. And when the spinach is cooked, the beta carotene is more beneficial because it converts into fat-soluble vitamin A, and it is best to consume with a healthy fat after cooking. This study of the European Journal of Nutrition proves that cooking vegetables can improve beta carotene absorption. While the study uses carrots, the same applies for cooked and raw spinach. Boiling or cooking the spinach can reduce the oxalic acid in it and make it easier for beta carotene absorption. Next, we're going to talk about lutein and zeaxanthin. These two carotenoids absorb excess light energy absorbed by plants to prevent damage to the plant leaves. These nutrients are commonly found in green leafy plants and colorful fruits and vegetables. In addition to plants, lutein and zeaxanthin are also found in the macula of the human eye. The nutrients can reduce the risk for macular degeneration, and they're also antioxidants that defend the body against unstable molecules called free radicals that are associated with oxidative stress and retinal damage. It is believed that lutein and zeaxanthin in the macula block blue light from reaching the underlying structures of the retina, therefore reducing the risk of light-induced damage that could lead to macular degeneration. This is a chart showing foods and their levels of lutein and zeaxanthin. As you can see, spinach is a vegetable with one of the highest amounts of lutein after kale. Blue lights from phones and other screens can cause premature macular degeneration. The International Journal of Ophthalmology did a blue light research and found that lutein has a significant role in protecting against AMD, most likely through its absorption of the harmful blue light as well as its inherent antioxidant properties. AMD stands for age-related macular degeneration. Blue light makes AMD affect people at a younger age, and lutein absorbs the blue light coming from the phone or screens, which protects the eyes. So what's so special about lutein? Its main use is to help the retinas function properly, but lutein is also interconvertible in the body for zeaxanthin. Those two things are interchangeable, and you almost can't tell the difference between the two. And zeaxanthin also aids in retina health, which also helps defend against the blue light, as we were previously talking about. On top of this, lutein is also known to increase cognitive abilities in elderly people, which we'll talk more about later. And lutein also has cardiovascular benefits. It reduces the levels of interleukin 6, and interleukin 6 is a pro-inflammatory substance which contributes to cardiovascular disease. So the lutein helps get rid of this. This is a study done by the Journal of Aging Research. showing the effects of different nutrients with cognitive abilities in the brain. They chose participants that were octogenarians, which means 80 to 89, and centenarians, which are over 100. And they said that lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene concentrations were most consistently related to the better cognition in the whole population and in the centenarians. So in this study, all these nutrients helped elderly people increase cognitive abilities, and lutein surpassed all of the other nutrients, giving the most benefits. Lastly, we are going to go over 3 delicious dishes that you can make from spinach. The first is spinach and soybean salad with a ginger dressing made from the Red House. It can be a delicious snack or side to any meal. I thought this was an especially good recipe because it includes cooked spinach and also includes a healthy fat, so that when the beta-carotene is converted to fat-soluble vitamin A, it will be able to bind on to this healthy fat, which is sesame oil. My second recipe is creamed curried spinach from Cooking Light. And this dish is not vegan, but it is still healthy and delicious and can be used as a side to any meal and would pair well with chicken as a healthy dinner. And my third recipe is spinach banana super smoothie, which can be good for any time during the day, a great snack. It's something quick when you don't have any time and just want to throw something together. And those are my sources, and that is the end of my presentation.